Zamfara State Governor says politicians are responsible for the insecurity challenges bedeviling the country. President Muhammadu Buhari met with Governors Forum. About 5 million candidates applied for the Empower program in the country. On business, CBN asks banks board to deepen oversight and make innovations. And on the international scene, U.S. donate 200 ventilators to Nigeria. Welcome to Svtv News. I am Musa Joy Unyoza. Zamfara State Governor Dr. Bello Matawale Maradun has says politicians are responsible for the insecurity challenges bedeviling the country. The governor stated this on Tuesday when he spoke at the Special Army Camp 4 in Faskari town. Governor Matawale said the politicians are to be blamed for the intractable insecurity challenges bedeviling the communities.
So I am calling for all Nigerians to put hands together to fight our common enemies. We shouldn't just say the security matters in this nation belongs to security. No, all of us. We have a role to play. We have to provide information. We have to share intelligence to all the securities. Most of the issue that is happening in the north, our people in local areas, they know those bad acts, they know their hideouts. A lot of informants are within all of us. But if anything happens, we will blame the security.
He noted with concern that some politicians exploit insecurity for political gains. The governor said those unscrupulous politicians would hardly commend the military for their successes at the battlefront. The Zamfara state government has reacted to certain online media reports that bandits have attacked Marado Town, the birthplace of Governor Bello Matawale Maradun. The media platform which carried the stories, the Daily Post, said the attack left unspecified number of people dead, while the Control TV put the number of the dead at 50 persons. The government said the report exemplified one of the highest instances of gutter and irresponsible journalism propelled by total lack of professionalism. President Muhammadu Buhari has met with some representatives of the Nigerian Governors Forums and the nation's security chiefs inside the presidential villa, Abuja. The meeting is in continuation of efforts aimed at tackling the deteriorating security situation in part of the country. President Muhammadu Buhari was joined at the Council Chamber venue of the meeting by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Munguno, retired. Others are service chiefs and heads of other security agencies. State governors who attended the meeting virtually include Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello Adoza, Doyediri of Bayelsa State, Babagana Zulum of Borno State, Umahi David of Ebonyi State, and Babajide Sawolu of Lagos State. President Buhari on Monday met with the governors from the Northeast on the same matter. President Muhammadu Buhari presides over a virtual meeting with members of security committees of the Nigerian Governors Forum at the State House, Abuja. The Nigerian governors have asked the president for a bailout fund to address the security situations in the state. The governors made the submission on Tuesday at a meeting with President Buhari, members of Nigerian Governors Forum Security Council, and security chiefs at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The meeting held via video conferencing was also attended by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo. According to a statement signed by Mr. Buhari's spokesperson Garuba Shehu, Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State in his remark urged the president to consider a bailout for state especially as governors allow the federal government to withdraw $1 billion from the excess crude account for the procurement of weapons to fight insecurity in the country. Nigeria's confirmed coronavirus infections have surpassed 47,000. Tuesday figure 423 pushed the total infections in the West African nation to 47,290. The number of cases in Nigeria crossed 46,000 total infections on Saturday. Nigeria has continued to report less than 500 daily coronavirus infections for nearly 3 weeks. But despite the continued decline in daily figure of confirmed coronavirus infections, there has been a troubling uptick in mystery cases that health experts believed could upset plans of a full opening of public activities across the country. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development says no fewer than 5 million candidates have applied for Empower program. The Minister Sadia Farouk made the disclosure in a statement on Tuesday by her Special Assistant on Strategic Communication Halima Oyelade. She said the registration, which commenced on June 26th, was to end on July 26th but was extended by 2 weeks. She said due diligence would be applied during the next stages of the selection to ensure that only duly qualified applicants are enrolled. Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State has lamented that 1,976 local government reforms that usurp the functions of traditional rulers has led to the collapse of village security committees. Alhaji Aminu Bello Masari was speaking during the flag-off of Nigerian Army Super Camp in Faskari town. The governor, however, assured that the present APC administration will make concerted efforts to revive the village security committees for intelligence gathering through the traditional rulers in 361 political wards in the state. Alhaji Aminu Masari explained that the state government will go through archives to reconstitute the committees to ensure that security is restored at the grassroots. He acknowledged the effort of the Nigerian Army for restoring some level of normalcy in the ongoing fight against banditry in the state. The Kaduna State House of Assembly has suspended 3 of its members from all activities of the House for 9 months. The Assembly also reprimanded 5 other members who were directly to apologize to the Assembly in writing and publish the apology in a national delay within a week. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that the Assembly took the decision at plenary on Tuesday after adoption of the report of the committee that investigated a fracas that occurred during its sitting on June 11th. A committee headed by Alhaji Shehu Yunusa recommended the suspension and reprimand of the affected members in accordance with the Assembly's Code of Conduct. Those suspended were Mukhtar Issa, a former Deputy Speaker representing Pasawa constituency, Mr. Nihu of Kagarko constituency, and Alhaji Yusuf Liman Dahiru of Kakuri Makera constituency. The Ondo State Governor, Mr. Akeredolu, has inaugurated a state security network agency known as Operation Omotekun. No fewer than 192 recruited members of the Corps were inaugurated at the ceremony. The inauguration of the agency took place at the Gani Fahimi Arc in Akure, the state capital. Speaking on the occasion, the governor said with the Omotekun operation, there would be no more room for all kinds of behaviors that are contrary to the criminal law. While Boko Haram insurgents still carrying out attacks in Borno and neighboring state, armed bandits attack communities in the northwest at will, killing and kidnapping residents. Kidnapping for ransom has also become widespread in many parts of the country. Premium Times reported how the U.S. government recently cautioned its citizens not to travel to many states in Nigeria because of security situation. The security situation has continued to deteriorate despite the defense sector taking a large chunk of Nigerians' budget since 2015, often higher than education and health. The $1 billion withdrawn from the excess crude account was separate from the normal budgetary provision for defense. Despite the monetary provisions, however, both the military and the police have continued to complain of the underfunding and inadequate personnel and equipment. Alright, viewers, we'll go on a short commercial break, and when we come back, Standard Voice Television News continues. Welcome back, and on business. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has advised boards of financial institutions to strengthen their oversight function and boost innovation, especially during crisis. CBN Deputy Governor of Financial System Stability, Aisha Ahmed, made this known during the Financial Institution Training Center webinar titled Building Effective Board Dynamics in a Time of Crisis. She said in the modern world of business, one of the most critical determinants of success or failure is a board of directors. The board, she said, is responsible for setting strategic goals for the organization, protecting stakeholders' interests, and establishing policies for management, among others. Also, in periods of crisis where a wide range of events could threaten organization, it is the directors that strengthen governance functions, working with the management to ensure the survival and resilience of the company. And on the international scene, the U.S. government has donated to Nigeria some 200 ventilators to help it fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The delivery of the ventilators took place during a ceremony where U.S. Ambassador in Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard, officially handed over the devices to Nigeria's top health official Dr. Osagi Ehanire, the Health Ministry said on Twitter. The Health Minister, Dr. Osagi Ehanire, was quoted as saying that the donation consists of 200 ventilators, which are a critical component of the response strategy that will help to save the lives of persons who have been severely impacted by COVID-19. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Zamfara State Governor says politicians are responsible for the insecurity challenges bedeviling the country. President Muhammadu Buhari met with Governors Forum. About 5 million candidates applied for the Empower program in the country. On business, CBN asks banks board to deepen oversight and make innovations. And on the international scene, U.S. donate 200 ventilators to Nigeria. That's the news on behalf of the production crew and head of News and Current Affairs Department, Alhaji Ibrahim Garubatunau. I still remain Musa Joy Onyoda. Stay tuned.